Hi, my viewers. I'm talking about uh, events in Nigeria. Of course, some of you know by now that I'm interested in the politics of my country, what goes on. I don't know, amongst Nigerians and those that have interest in Nigerian politics, I don't know how many of you watched the interview granted by iRise News to the Lagos APC women leader, Jumoke Okoya. It was so hilarious. It was like a comedy, She just sounded as if she wasn't prepared for the interview. She sounded as if she didn't know what she was saying. She didn't know what she was doing. The only thing she was trying to do, which she didn't even do successfully, was that she was trying to label obedience as disobedience, as criminals, because she said, well, when she was asked a question, she said, well, she had to bring out the women to support for the rally or for the march. She had to bring them out without letting people know prior to the event, that the obedience, just saying, here and there, talking here and there, actually incoherently, if I may say. When she was even asked about the health situation in Lagos, she couldn't say anything tangible. How many health centers? She couldn't give. Where her principal was and what her principal was doing, she just said he's away holding a meeting. And in fact, she was asked many questions that she couldn't even answer. And this is disheartening, And this is somebody that introduced herself in that Arise interview as a 3-term member of the House of Representatives. This is just somehow. So, such a person could serve 3 terms in House of Representatives in Nigeria. Such a person. Doesn't that say why Nigeria is the way it is? There was virtually any question she answered successfully. She was so uncoordinated. The only thing she was doing, which of course was not even successful, was mudslinging the Obidient, calling them disobedients. Sometimes some people say certain things, they term it to be abuse, or as if they're trying to bring down a group of people. But in the real sense of it, her calling obedience disobedience, in a way, I agree with her. Do you know why I agree with her? They are actually disobedient to bad governance in Nigeria. Obedients are disobedient to bad governance in Nigeria. You say they are disobedient. Yes, they are disobedient to bad governance in Nigeria. They are disobedient to corruption in Nigeria. They are disobedient to victimization in Nigeria. They are disobedient to intolerance in Nigeria. They are disobedient to bad governance in Nigeria. They are disobedient to high-handedness in Nigeria. They are disobedient to injustice in Nigeria. They are disobedient to killings in Nigeria. They are disobedient to poverty in Nigeria. They are disobedient to lack of education in Nigeria. They are disobedient to bad education in Nigeria. They are disobedient to high prices in Nigeria. They are disobedient to inflation in Nigeria. They are disobedient to bad roads in Nigeria. They are disobedient to poor electricity supply in Nigeria. You can see that you are right, madam. They are actually disobedient. They are disobedient to these negative things in Nigeria. They are disobedient to the plethora of negative things happening in Nigeria, which you and the people around you symbolize. But do you know why obedience are obedience? The word was coined from Obi, and it is spelled Obidient, singular obedient, plural obedience, because there are many. That is where the name is from. Not Obedient, the normal one. But of course, the meaning remains the same. But just trying to let you know the root word where obedience as a word is coined from. Why have I mentioned that root word obi? Because obi signifies good governance, credibility. Obi signifies good management of funds, good management of resources. Obi signifies transparency. Obi signifies good education. Bringing Anambra from 26th position to first. Obi signifies peace. Obi signifies humility. In fact, all the negative things that obedience are disobedient to, all the negative things they are disobedient to, the opposite of those negative things, good governance, good roads, good energy, and other good things are what they are obedient to. If you understand what I mean. I don't think she understands what I mean. I don't think so. So, Madam Jumoke Okoya, you're right. They are actually disobedient. Yeah, I like your word. Yeah, you said they are disobedience. Yeah, they are disobedience to all the negative things, the vices that you and your cohorts symbolize. But they are obedient to positive things in Nigeria, to growth, to great governance or good governance. That's what they are obedient to. Good life for Nigerians. That's what they are obedient to. You think the hired crowd that you pushed out, that the crowd that one wouldn't even say is up to that of one section of the various sections of Obi rally in Lagos, that first crowd that you brought out, the bought crowd that you brought out, you think people don't know that many of them were coerced. Many of the women you brought out were coerced. Many of them were bought. You think people didn't know that? But that of Obi is organic. People volunteered to do it. They had passion. Didn't you see the passion in the rallies, in the crowd of Obi? Did you see the passion there in yours? Because either they were bought or they were forced to come out. Don't deceive yourself and don't try to deceive Nigerians. It's a long way. We've come to know this. Please, madam, next time you are invited to an interview, try to stick to the issues and don't try to abuse or insult people. Go and do your homework before you attend an interview so that when they ask you questions, you can give credible answers so that you can talk intelligently, not dancing here and there on telly. Please, at least study before you go. If you know you don't actually have it in you to talk, maybe because sometimes even if you don't study for an interview, because you have it in you, because it's what you have done, it is experiential for you. You talk about them easily. But of course, you don't have it. You don't have the experience anyway. You have not even done some or most of the things you say you have done. So you need to go and study, just go and study so that you can, just put things there, even if you didn't do them. But study so that you wouldn't embarrass yourself next time on the national or international television. That is my advice for you, Madam Jumoke Okoya. Next time, don't try to insult Obedients. They're just harmless people crying out for good governance, crying out for the greatness of Nigeria to come to the fore. Most of them are youths. Most of them, they could even be the age of your children. Why trying to call them disobedients? Of course, I've explained to you that you are right, because they're disobedient to you people that don't want Nigeria to grow, that don't want Nigeria to prosper, that don't want Nigeria to be free. They are disobedient, highly disobedient to you people. So you are right to call them disobedient in that respect. But these are obedience in real terms. Pursuing, fighting for good governance, fighting for the greatness of Nigeria, fighting for the good education of Nigeria, fighting for the good transportation of Nigeria, fighting for the good electricity or power or energy. They are fighting for the relevance of Nigeria in the Committee of Nations. They are fighting to make Nigeria one of the great countries in the world, if not the greatest country in the world. That is why obedience is a philosophy. It's a way of life. If you love good things, you should be obedient. Of course, many people misunderstand the word obedient. They think it's just obeying, sir, sir, sir. No, that's not what it means. I'm just trying to educate people like you and maybe many others who just think when you say obedient, they just take it literally. It means to obey anything. No, that is not. Obedient is a philosophy. It's a way of thought. Positive, mind you. So, please, henceforth, respect obedience, because they are there to fight for everyone, including you, madam, and your children. Thank you very much. I hope you've heard my advice. Next time, please, madam, behave. Thank you. So, well, for my audience, please, like I used to say, if you watch my videos here, please subscribe. It means a lot. Please subscribe and hit the notification button so that when I make videos, you always be one of those to see. And you should also, please, like my videos, comment on my videos, and of course, share them. Yes, please do that for me. And remember, I love you all. It's from Oron's Creations. Bye.